first thing that you would need to do is list down all the companies that you want to work at. Secondly, list down all the skills that they are looking at in a candidate for their internship. Third thing you need to do is work on those skills, develop those skills, practice them. Like Astha said, that just knowing it is not enough. You need to have a good enough practice on it. And I understand that when you're just learning a course or something, it is like you do not have a lot of opportunities to apply it in a real life scenario, but do it in whatever capacity, because there are a lot of forums for any coursework that you get into. There are online forums, communities there where you can share your problems and they can tell you yours, and then you can work on those. So that is one thing. So after that, after you've established what skills that you need to learn on and how you have adapted to it, you can directly go on and network on LinkedIn or directly to their websites and apply for those jobs. And even if you meet 60% or 50% of the criteria in the job description, I would suggest that you go for it, because a lot of time it happens that a company is asking for 10 different they have listed 10 different things or skills that is required from a candidate that would be applying to this role, and we get disheartened that oh my god, I do not know SQL, and someone would just have a breakdown that there are at least 60% of the things that I'm not meeting in the respective criteria. I think you should on the sideways keep on polishing your skills or learning those skills in the interim and keep on applying, because the hiring process is not very quick. Like tomorrow you're going to apply and day after tomorrow you're going to get an answer from them or a call from them. So keep on applying and side by side work on your skill set, and I think that is one way that you would definitely land a job. I think that is, and one or two of the websites that I would recommend is go to Internshala. I got 2 of my internships via them. So it definitely helps you. It tells you all the internships that are available. It makes the process a little easier. So so 2 parts I think in the searching of the companies would be: one, via Internshala, which gives you a list of all the internships that are available. Secondly, directly go to the company website and apply to it, or you can reach out to the vice president in that organization for if you're going for a product or business development. I'm sorry, I think I drifted off topic. We're talking about business analytics over here, right? So you go to the person who is managing business analytics in that company. You reach out to them. Because of course, if they have put in the job role for an intern over there, they're definitely seeking out a candidate. You can directly reach out to them and tell them that you have some skills. You can share your resume, and I think that would definitely make your cracking the internship easy.
Get out there on LinkedIn. I think a lot of people are there in LinkedIn who are posting if there is an internship opportunity or anything like that. I think that is very helpful. Again, while searching on LinkedIn, another tip I would like to give is reach out to your alums. Like my college definitely has a lot of alums, like a lot of connectivity. So all my internships, I think I kind of got my first interview scheduled because the person was my alum and he kind of have a sentiment attached to me that someone from my college is approaching me. I should definitely get her the round 1. From there, it's all you just need a head start to get to that place. So I think alums could be someone that can help you, or somebody in your LinkedIn connection. They can also help you in getting that internship when you have no experience. Again, at that time, you might not have your skills that much developed. So the people in the organization who are taking your interview also understand that. So it's not like they're expecting a lot out of you. They kind of know that you are also a fresher. You are doing this for the first time in your life, and there might be limited, outcomes that are expected out of you. It might not be, you should be a level 10 person at a SQL skill. You can maybe talk about, be honest with your interviewer, as in like, I know I have done the basics of it, but I do not have a relevant experience or a working history in that particular section. So if you will be very honest and if you're really enthusiastic about, doing that work, if you can make the person in front of you believe that this is something that I can pull off, without having proper knowledge in that particular skill. I think that could be your step-way process to getting an internship if you do not have any advanced skills.
Sure, Nicole. I think the first thing is identifying which kind of companies you want to work for, right? Because there's so many industries out there. So I think first thing is shortlist which industry interests you, and then make a list, as Palak said, for the different companies that you want to apply to. I think as a college student, the one advantage that we have is campus placements. As someone who personally got placed off campus, I think that's something that is so underrated and something that we should definitely leverage, because the kind of companies that we get at one go is not something you'll get every day, right? You get like all companies coming to you, right from your SAPs to your Wipros to your shells of the world come to campus. So I think you should definitely leverage that opportunity, because I feel like people who don't apply for campus recruitment are people who are missing out on a very big chance. Because later on, once you move out of college, you realize that reaching out to each of those individual companies is quite painstaking, and it's not very easy to get a foot into the door, right? So I think the first thing is make sure you're aware of which industry you want to look for. If you're not, if you don't know which industry you want to go to, I think that's a very common thing when we're in college, that we really don't know where we want to go next. That's okay. You can apply to various and have those offers in hand and then make a call as well. So I think the first thing is check what industry. If you're not sure, go ahead and apply. There's nothing wrong in just exploring options and having more options available to you. I think the next thing is make sure you leverage your campus placements. Make sure you have a good resume updated. I think that's something we don't really work on as college kids. You can go into Canva now, create your own resume. Make sure you have a good looking resume. Even though we don't do a lot in college, make sure you do something beyond your daily course, right? I think that's something that helped me a lot. Just not sticking to your day-to-day classes. Go out there, go into extracurricular activities. Make sure you have like something extra. That factor is definitely required on your resume. Something that makes you stand out, right? If you're in a class of 70 people who all have the same resume, who've done the same courses as you, what makes you stand out? So that's something to reflect on. Maybe getting an extra internship in while you're in college might help. Maybe doing a particular certification that may help you become a BA might help. So just doing that extra factor, having that extra tick on your resume definitely helps you to get an edge over the rest of the students who will be applying. And if campus recruitments aren't the way you want to go ahead with, then definitely you can explore the other options like Astha and Palak were mentioning. Maybe reach out to people on LinkedIn if you're interested in a particular company. I think people reply all the time. I have people who reach out to me personally for internships, and I've helped them get internships at my company. So I think reach out to people. I think that's a very underrated thing as well. Don't shy away. Maybe some people will ignore you, but you never know that just one person who might reply might just make your career, right? And even Twitter, I think Twitter right now, if you're interested in the startup space, there's nothing like it. I personally got my job currently at Leave.club via Twitter. I reached out to the founder directly. I dropped him a cold message and he reached back to me because we shared the same alumni network. He was from Christ as well. And so that was a conversation starter that got things going. So yeah, just tap into your network. It's never too bad to reach out to people. Even if they don't respond to you, just continue reaching out. You never know that just one thing that might click. And never underestimate yourself or never undersell yourself. I think there's one statistic that I was reading, like this is particularly for females, but if you go to see that, if you look at a job description, right, we look at it and we say that, oh, you know what, maybe I don't tick that one box, and we don't apply for it because we think that they won't accept us. And it's a 60% statistic that most women do this kind of thing where we don't apply because we don't believe in that, right? But even if you don't tick all the boxes on a JD, it's okay to go ahead and apply. The maximum you'll receive is a rejection email, right? But at least you know you tried, at least you know what you're missing out on, so that when you go to the next company, you know what exactly you need to work on. So yeah, just put yourself out there, do things beyond your day-to-day, get extra certifications if that helps, get extra internships if that helps.